I gave you my heart.
Hello guys, welcome back. Today it's really dull in Scotland. We're getting rain, we're getting sun, we're getting wind. It looks like there's a storm coming, and because it's so dull I decided what better time than today to do really nice colourful eye look. Now this is the Strange palette from Primark. It's the PS Beauty Quad Eyeshadow Your Limited Edition. I bought this for 10 pence. It was heavily reduced. There was tons of them. The reason I think there was tons of them is because of the colours. And it also comes with a very heavy mirror. I love this palette. The Strange colours. This is like a greeny blue. There's a purple. These are all shimmery shades except this one. This one's more matte. These are so pigmented, it's incredible. I have used this many times and you can see I've barely dented them. These are amazing and I can't wait to show you. They are a very strange colour in that I know not many people would wear these. However, today I really just want some bright colours to really, if the weather's not going to be bright, I'd like my face to be bright, and this is more just of a fun makeup look that's just for fun, and I'm not going anywhere, so it's fine. So I have already primed my face. I've got makeup tape on both my eyes to give me a really nice clean line. For primer I use my W7 Camera Ready in green. I used this primer yesterday and it's amazing. It held my makeup on beautifully. My makeup looked so nice yesterday. So this is one of my favourite primers right now. Really like it. For foundation, I'm using the Phoera foundation again. I love the coverage that this gives, and it's just going to be a nice happy makeup look today. To conceal my eyelids, to give me a really nice blank base, I'm using the Rimmel London Lasting Radiance Concealer, and I'm applying all of this with a damp sponge. So I found this is really good to blank out any colours on the eyelid for a nice blank base. I've been really liking this concealer. I wouldn't say it was great if you were using it to conceal spots. It is more of a brightening concealer. I think this concealer was £7 if I remember correctly. I did do a video on this where I had all the prices, but it's a really nice concealer for the eyes. I think it's more meant for the eyes as it's a brightening concealer, but it's lovely. It's not a thick concealer. It reminds me of, you know, the little clicky pen concealers that you get. There was one years ago, I think it was L'Oreal, and then again it might have been Rimmel, and it was like a little brush at the end, and that was an illuminating concealer, and it was thin, and it almost, the only way I can describe it is it almost dries down to like a powder, but it's not drying. So I find that using this instead of the normal stick concealers, this doesn't crease anywhere near as much, which is good. And because it's an illuminate, my tape keeps coming off here, it's because I've already got primer on. Because it's so thin and it doesn't crease, and because it's a radiance concealer, I think it really just helps complement your eyes and make you look awake, refreshed. So definitely one I would recommend if you get quite tired eyes, or your eyes are maybe just a little bit dull. So that's me got concealer on my eyes. It's not a heavy concealer, so you can just ever so slightly see some colours poking through, but do you see how it just makes that eye look awake, as if I've had the best night's sleep ever and I'm so healthy. I only need 6 hours sleep a night. So to start with, using this, we are going to take a fluffy brush. I do not have an eye look in mind for this. I am winging it because every time I use this palette I do not have an idea of what I want. I just wing it. So to start, I'm going to go in with this orange colour here and I'm just going to put it into the crease. As I said, these are very pigmented. They are absolutely lovely, but you see just how pigmented that colour is. I was so impressed for getting this for 10 pence and they were all reduced. I wouldn't have paid for it full price because I didn't think I would like it, but at 10 pence I was definitely willing to give it a try, and this is where my love for coloured eye makeup really kicked off, was because of this eye palette. But that was just one dip into that eyeshadow for this crease colour, and the colour payoff is so amazing. I think this is probably the most pigmented eyeshadow palette I own, but it's lovely and you don't get any fallout with this. And if I do get any fallout, it doesn't really matter because I've not got any other makeup on, only the primer. My makeup tape is simply just to give me that really nice sharp line. I think this eyeshadow palette, I know it's not for everybody with the colours, but I think that is just absolutely divine. Really, really nice. Now I'm going to go into my little flat dense brush and I'm going to go in with this purple. And this is mainly for the outside corner. And then going slightly up onto the tape. And that tape will stop any product from going below that line. But you see for that purple just how pigmented that really is. It'll look a bit crazy until the tape comes off. And I'm just sweeping that into that transition shade in the crease, blending them together. But this is just to really brighten up the day, seeing as the weather's so poor. And the Phoera foundation, I'm going to go in with my fluffy brush to blend this purple in a little bit. But the Phoera foundation really has become a daily foundation for me just now. I love the coverage that it's offering, and I'm running out of it, so I'm having to buy more. But they are just wonderful, really, really nice. So that's has got the purple and the orange. For the inner corner, I'm going to use this colour here, which is that bluey green colour. And this is lovely, it's really, really nice and very pigmented. And I'm just patting that in gently with a flat, dense brush. Only on that inner corner. But you see just how pigmented that is. And for 10 pence, that is incredible. And I'm just sweeping it into the crease before I blend it out. But you just see, looks quite strange, but you just see how much that really goes on so well. for the next colour, I'm going to go in with this light green, and I'm going to use this as a sort of transition shade between the two. This is the matter green, and these colours work really, really well together. It's almost like when you're blending them, it's like they change. And then just slightly blending that inner colour and merging it with the green. I'm staring at my mirror that's below me. I find that doing eye makeup like this doesn't really come together until you've got all your makeup done. And your eyeliner, your mascara. And I think people can be quite put off by doing strong colours. But it's one of them, trust the process. I heard recently, trust the process. It will work and it will be nice. So I'm going to dip back into here, and I'm going to bring this onto the eyelid. And build it back into the crease. But you see how that eye now just looks really well put together. And I find, like I was just saying, these colours blend together really well, almost changing the colour. And I'm going to dip back into the purple. This is a tapered fluffy brush, and I'm just going to deepen that purple up. But I think this is such a fun palette. It sounds so strange and it looks quite strange, but I think just for something different and for a bit of practice for your blending and working with colours, I think you'd be surprised what you'd end up liking. So I'm just touching up the colours that I've already got to get them as dark as I really want them to be before doing eyeliner and mascara. And I'll be making sure that I over curl my lashes as well, because I don't want heavy eyeliner today, just enough to frame the eyes and to complement the eye look, because if I do too much eyeliner, I'm not going to see all the work that I've put in or the colour. And these blend so well, and I didn't set the concealer with a powder because that concealer dries really nicely on its own. So I'm going to take the tape off now. Hopefully this will look better already. But you see how it just gives you that really, really nice clean edge, and then that'll complement the eyeliner when it's put on. So I will go, I'll put the eyeliner on, I'm going to over curl my lashes, put my mascara on, and then we'll come back and finish the rest. And we're back. So my eyeliner's done, my mascara's done, and as I said, I over curled my lashes. For mascara I used the, forgotten the name, L'Oreal Paris Lash Extatic. This is one of my favourite mascaras. It is completely budge proof. Completely. It's amazing. It's like hairspray for your eyelashes. Once you've curled them, it will hold that curl there all day. For eyeliner, I use the Primark Double Take Liner Duo Felt and Pencil Liner in black only. And this has a chunky flat end for doing your wings, and it has a really fine pointy one. So it's a double-ended one. This is one of my favourite eyeliners. It is absolutely perfect. So for foundation, as I said, I'm going in with my Phoera. This is in the shade 102 Nude, and I'll be using a damp sponge to apply. And I don't use concealer with my makeup unless it's for the eyes, but I don't use concealer to conceal anything, and with this foundation I certainly don't need to. So my primer's already on, and that's a primer I used in yesterday's video, and I absolutely love it. Yesterday was the first time I used that primer, and although it didn't cancel out any of the redness, it was just such a nice primer. and it really made my skin look super healthy, and just overall it was really nice. One thing I do try to be consistent on in my videos is putting my makeup on one side of the face first, so that you can really see the coverage that I get from that foundation. This is probably one of the most full coverage foundations I have ever had. It is flawless every time. It works well with dry skin, oily skin, you name it, it works really, really well. And it comes in many shades, many shades. I actually found a seller, and I'll share the details below in the description box, who is doing a double pack of Phoera foundations for, I believe it's £7, which is great. And they are in the UK. You can get it cheaper from other countries, but obviously sometimes you can be waiting for a couple of months for that to arrive. But now that summer's here, I was in 101 porcelain just a matter of weeks ago. Now I'm at this stage at 102 because I've been getting a little tan. I love it when the sun's out. I'm not a sun worshipper, but I'm really enjoying this summer. I think because of the lockdown, everybody's kind of stuck inside. The winter was miserable. It's just been nice to appreciate the sun. And we finished watching White Lines yesterday. I'm not going to ruin it for anybody in case you've not finished the series, but it's fantastic. But I was so gutted that it was such a short season. It was only one season. I don't know how many episodes were in that, but it was such a fantastic programme. I was talking to somebody else yesterday who said the same, and they watched Money Heist. I've seen Money Heist, that was what we watched first, and then when White Lines came out we watched that. Money Heist was brilliant as well, and I really enjoyed watching it. The thought process behind it was fantastic. I find as well I'm drinking more coffee than I normally would these days. I just seem to be really enjoying it. I have a little Tassimo machine. I have my coffees in that. I also have a cafetiere. I have my coffees in that as well, and I have instant coffee. I like anything that's coffee. And one thing that I really do love when I go out, if I ever go to a cafe, if they ever do whiskey coffees, those are lovely. See, especially when you're not well, I think a whiskey coffee is just divine. Hot toddies, that's a Scottish thing. A hot toddy is whiskey with hot water and sugar. That was kind of the original recipe. Now you get ones that have lemon and cinnamon. I personally don't like lemon in the whiskey. It's just, it makes it too, I love lemon, just not in a hot toddy. But many times if I've been really ill, to get to be able to go to sleep, I will have a hot toddy. There was one night that I drank half a bottle of whiskey without even realising it, and obviously with the hot boiling water, so much of the alcohol does evaporate. But before I knew it was half a bottle of whiskey, and I didn't find out until I was throwing the lot of it up. Didn't stop me drinking it, so. But hot toddies are the best. I highly recommend them. So, I think that's us all really well blended out. I am not going to set this with a powder because today I'm doing liquid highlight and liquid blush. I got this from eBay. I got this in a Sunkissed set from eBay as well. The set was £7 and it was a huge set, and it came with powder highlighters, 2 liquid highlighters, it came with lipsticks, it came with little eyeshadows, it came with everything. It was great. It was a really nice treat. So these I got from eBay. I got 2 of them. I got this one and I got a pinky one. I will show you. This is Coral Queen and this is Majestic Pink. In fact, we're going to use the Majestic Pink one. These are lovely, really, really nice blushes. If you're looking for something that's a little bit more natural, or if you have dry or more mature skin, cream blushes will be your friend. Especially like me, I've got fine, happy lines along here near my eyes. It means that when I use cream products, they're not going to sit in the lines and emphasise them, and it's not going to bunch up. I'm going to go in with this. This is the Sunkissed Glowbaby. I haven't used this one yet, but I have the pink. I have a pink one in this same brand and it's lovely. It's so nice. So let's put a little bit on. This is ever so slightly pink. Ever so slightly. But these are really, really nice. And I'll be patting this out with my damp sponge. I'm going to put a little bit on the nose, a little bit up here. I think I just, yeah, put that in the eyebrow, a little bit here. Imagine if that was a look. But do you see how nice that is? I think it's just a really nice way to highlight. And they blend out beautifully. But you see how it just adds that really nice glow. I really like liquid products. I just don't find them readily available in stores where I am. But I think they just make you look really, really healthy. Sometimes powders really dry out the areas and where I put them, and that's not what I want near my eyes, because I do have fine lines. It can really make them worse. Whereas the cream products are just great, especially if you have more mature skin. Cream is your friend. But you see, oh, bang the table. But you see how that just adds that really, really nice glow to the skin. I really like that, and it's so pretty. It is just a small little tube, but it's still just really nice, and that'll hold up all day. So nice. I do really, really like that one. But you see what I mean about when you start getting the rest of your makeup done, how the eye look can start to look more complete. So next I'm going in with my little blush in the Majestic Pink. And this was a tip that I saw on Jamie Genevieve's channel. Jamie Genevieve is another Scottish beauty vlogger. She is my inspiration. She is fantastic. She says this is your natural beauty blender, and it's a great way to apply cream blushers, and she was right, totally right. So I just rub it like that because I don't know how else to get it, and I lightly pat it in before blending it. But I find doing it this way, it's totally different from doing it with your fingers. Sometimes I find doing it with your fingertips, you can end up with fingerprints in the product or swipe marks. Whereas this way with your God-given beauty blenders, that is a quote from Jamie Genevieve, your God-given beauty blenders, and she's so right. It just really blends it out beautifully well. And you'd be surprised at the amount of control that you have over the product using this trick. And I can guarantee you my mum is watching this right now going, oh, that's such a good idea. And and she's probably looking at her hands right now going, God-given beauty blenders, Mum. If it's true, text me. I bet you it is true. And if it wasn't true, it is now. So, how nice does that look? I'm really into cream products just now, fairly new to me, but I think that is just really, really nice. So, for lips, I am using, this is from Primark. I think these are great. My lips are slightly dry today. I'm using the Hydrate and Tint Lip Balm. This is the PS range. That's what it says. There's not a shade, but you get 3. I have all 3. I have these 2. They are tinted, but I'm using this pink one today. They are lovely, and I think they're such a good thing to keep in your handbag. They're just lovely. So, and we're back. So, this is a product on. It's really just a really nice flush of colour to the lips without being overpowering. And if you are maybe not the most confident at applying lipsticks, and especially red lipsticks, that red one is beautiful and they're really easy to put on. They're very hydrating, which is lovely. So that's today's look. I really hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, because I really enjoyed getting to show you using cream products. I think it's something that not everybody is used to, and that maybe a lot of people are scared to try. I would say that cream products are actually easier to apply. You saw me doing it with my hand. I think a lot of people as well aren't sure how to apply a cream product. But this is today's happy, colourful look. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope if you haven't already, you'll subscribe, ring the bell and watch all my upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope to see you again. Please leave a comment, let me know you've been here, and I will respond. Thank you so much, guys. Have a lovely day. Bye.